welcome to The Spread. I'm Matt Rabel. We've got a lot of news this week, so let's start with the story that takes place in a little town called Jackson Hole, Wyoming. A large Eurodollar options bet on higher U.S. interest rates got even larger last week. Expiration of these contracts seems to be based around an annual Fed get-together in August at a mountain resort at the dubiously named Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Central bankers have signaled changes in monetary policy at this meeting in the past, so it makes sense that options traders are going to be watching it. Last week, thousands of Eurodollar put options were added to the initial bet for a total of 400,000 puts. It's a lot of puts. A crash at the Taiwanese Stock Exchange caused a lot of options to change hands Wednesday as bearish contracts suddenly exploded in value. The TAIEX index, which is like a local Taiwanese benchmark, had its worst performing day in its history, falling 8.6%. Apparently, this was due to margin debt that had been building up faster than stocks were appreciating. That, combined with continued COVID worries and an abrupt sell-off of semiconductor stocks that happened roughly around the same time. As they say, the early bird gets the worm, and any options trader who saw that crash coming ended up winning big. Back in the States, a lot of options traders who used to work at the CME are missing the pits, especially now that corn and soybean prices are surging on increased demand from China. Last week, the CME announced that the closure of its options pits would be permanent, except for the Eurodollar options pit. With crop prices rallying, a lot of traders must be feeling like they're missing out on the action. It's kind of like when you change lanes on the freeway because you think that the other lane is moving faster, and then as soon as you do, it slows down and the lane you just came from starts moving again. It's like that, but like times 1,000. Some good news for the carbon markets this week. A record high number of call options on carbon permits suggests that traders expect the price of carbon to exceed 100 euros by the end of the year. While many have maintained a bullish outlook on the carbon markets, others think it's just a bunch of hot air. Nasdaq got the green light from the SEC to launch options on the VOLQ, the Nasdaq 100 Volatility Index, later this year. That's good news for options traders, of course. When it comes to volatility indexes and options trading, as the late Isaac Hayes once said, you can never have enough. That wasn't the only thing the SEC was up to this week, of course. The Commission's chairman, Gary Gensler, said in House testimony that the agency is studying the marriage between social media and retail trading apps like Robinhood, as well as the gamification of trading that those apps allegedly encourage. Typical government, always hating on video games. Gensler said that the gamification of trading encourages traders to make more frequent and risky moves than trades made through a more traditional brokerage. So Robinhood, in response to criticism like that, removed an animation of confetti falling on the app that showed up to celebrate successful trades. Folks like Gensler argue that things like that reward impulsive bets, while Robinhood says it's just trying to make investing and trading more approachable for the public. If I've learned anything in my 30-plus years of life, it's that the truth in these things tends to lie somewhere in the middle. We've got a couple of new videos up on johnlothiannews.com, a new path to electronic trading, and a new edition of the Open Outcry Traders History Project. Both feature interviews with Tom Sosnoff, a founder of Tasty Trade. We've also got a new article by Suzanne Cosgrove covering an ISDA meeting from Tuesday, so head over to johnlothiannews.com to check those out. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and subscribe to us on YouTube for more news and musings. That's going to do it for The Spread this week, so until next time, stay safe and happy trading.